Maybe it should be buy in May and go away. Hey there, Tamir from FIBONACCI-Traders.com, your daily market recap. Like, subscribe. Let's see the charts. If you follow myths and rumors and you sell in May and go away, you just missed 3.8% to the upside on the SPY, and also on the Qs went all the way 5%, and we are only 9 days into May. So maybe it's buy in May and go away, or just follow price and stop following rumors, stop following anyone else on social media and start learning price. If we zoom in on the 65 minutes for the SPY, yes, we are sideways move during Tuesday and Wednesday, but overall, look at this intraday. Always zoom in, zoom out, and look at this uptrend, beautiful uptrend on the SPY, 3.7% to the upside. Next support, next resistance. All you need to do, click the FTI, and the FTI will be your best friend on the charts, and it will help you make better, smarter decisions. Now the 517, as we can see in the past 3 trading days, is the resistance. The 513 area, the upper border of the yellow zone, we also have here an open gap. This is the support. QQQ, also same thing, 3 consecutive days below the 441, and the 435.60 is the support. Long continuation above the 440, and we will see 450 incoming. Dow Jones, also since beginning of May, believe it or not, Dow Jones 3.4% to the upside. So it's not sell in May and go away, and it's not buy in May, go away, just follow price. Listen what the market has to say, read price action, the universal language of the markets. And now Dow Jones trying to break above the upper border of the yellow zone, staying above it, and we are going towards the 395 gap to the upside. IWM with 0.6% to the downside. We've been talking about this doji on Tuesday, and we said some kind of a pullback is incoming, and here we are. We got ourselves this pullback, 0.6%. Now the 201 area is the support. Long continuation above the 204, and we will see 207 together with the upper border of this blue trend line. Bitcoin, for the time that I'm recording this video, continue to slide down slowly, each and every day that goes by. We are inside this blue downtrend channel. Now the 61,140 is the support. Below it, 60k, and then 56 to the downside. Ethereum, same thing. By the time that I'm recording this, we are still inside this mid-term, basically since middle of March, already 2 months of a downtrend. So there is nothing bullish on Ethereum, because we are already 2 months in a downtrend. Stop following gurus that are biased on one way only, on crypto or anything else. Just read the price. The market is telling us what he wants, and for now the market is taking Ethereum to the downside. With 3000 is the resistance, 2814 is the next support. Magnificent 7 ETF, the MAGS, we got ourselves this pullback, 0.5% to the upside. The 3960 is the support. We have a gap over here. Let's see this gap getting filled, and then next leg up back to the 4040, and then 4312. SOXX, not much of a movement. 3-4 consecutive days just moving sideways, hanging above, barely hanging above the 218.40, the upper border of the yellow zone. Now let's see continuation. Next resistance is the 223. We are still below this downtrend line. KRE 0.6% to the upside, hanging above the 49.50. Look left from resistance, support, resistance, support. Now once again support. Can KRE finally break above the 50-50, going to close the gap at the 42, 66, 67. Overall, we are bullish on all time frames, But be careful, we have a gap, and we know that more than 85% of all gaps will get filled. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But we are still inside this very short-term bounce uptrend channel. And as long, if you're already long on carry, as long as you are inside this channel, you're good to go. If you're not long yet, in my opinion, we need to wait. And of course, everything that you see in here is my opinion only. This is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's your money. It's good to listen to others to get different point of views, different perspectives. But in the end of the day, it's your money. You need to know how to handle your money because no one else will do it for you. XLU, this beast. The utilities sector is a beast, continuing to the upside. Next resistance will be the 72.42, 75, and now the support is the 68.60. Like, subscribe, don't go anywhere. We have a lot to talk about. Apple, 3 consecutive dojis. Now the 182 is the support. Let's see if Apple's bulls can reach back to the 186, closing the gap over here. Is this gap filled? This gap is filled. So there are no more gaps to the upside, but we do have this gap at the 173.60 that needs to get filled. As long as Apple is above the 178, we are good to go. But mixed signals from the FTI. Mixed signals means nothing much to do. No long and no short. Microsoft still inside the yellow zone. Look left. Microsoft loves to hang inside the yellow zone. Look here, during January until middle of March, 1.5 months inside the yellow zone. Now altogether already since middle of April, also inside the yellow zone. Long on Microsoft, in my opinion, above the 414.50, and then you will see 420 and 430 below the 404. This gap will get filled. Meta with almost 1% to the upside. Slowly, Meta is going towards the gap, the earnings gap at the 484 area. And look at this, we are inside the yellow zone. Got rejected by the 50% retracement. The 459 area now is the support. Overall, 3 out of 4 time frames according to this small table bullish. And if you ask yourself, what is this small table? What are all these lines that you're drawing? It's not me. It's one click away, the FTI. This is the tool, the Fibonacci-Traders indicator. This is the tool that I have developed after 7 years plus of experience using Fibonacci, multi-time frames, sell, buy signals, and of course, where to put your stop loss. The green line is the stop loss for longs. Red line is the stop loss for shorts. One click away. Check the links in the description below. One click away, and this amazing tool, the only tool that will provide you with up to 85% accuracy where price might be heading next. All you need to do is ask, what if Amazon will break above the 190? Next resistance is the 196, and then we will meet this red trend line to the upside, breaking below the 185, where Amazon might be heading next to the upper border of this yellow zone, the 181 area. Google 1% to the downside. Overall inside candle holding above the 168.80 Fibonacci support. Look at this. The Fibonacci gives us everything automatically. We don't need to think. Breaking below it, and we will meet this yellow trend line once again as support. Long continuation, and we will see 172 and then 174.65, 174.70 to the upside. Netflix yesterday, Tuesday, May 7th, closed the gap. Now went all the way up towards the 616, got rejected. Intraday, this is how it looks on the intraday for Netflix. Look at this. Went all the way up in the first hour, in the first candle of the 65 minutes, and then doji after doji slowly gave back almost half of this first candle. Now let's see, as long as Netflix is above the 602 area, above the yellow border, above the upper border of the yellow zone. We are good to go long. Tesla, another day. Just another Tuesday on Tesla, another Wednesday on Tesla, call it whatever you want. 1.7% to the downside. Now we have this gap over here. We are back inside the yellow zone between the 50% retracement, the 618, below the 169. We will meet 161 and then back to close this gap at the 147. Overall, this blue trend line, as we talked about this blue trend line in the past few months or so, this blue trend line proves itself one time after another as a very, very tough resistance area. Nvidia, nothing much, inside candle. Tuesday, doji. Wednesday, inside candle, hanging above the yellow zone. As long as Nvidia is above the yellow zone, Nvidia is good to go long. We can take also channels, and as you can see, short-term uptrend channel below the 886. This gap at 869 will get filled. MicroStrategy still inside this trend line, inside this downtrend channel. You can also take this channel over here. Doesn't really matter. It shows you that it's still in a downtrend. Now we have also a gap over here at the 1145. Mixed signal from the FTI. Nothing much on MicroStrategy. AMD 0.5% to the downside. And as we said, as long as AMD is below this red trend line, we are talking about this red trend line for a long time already. So if you don't want to miss any future videos, just hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss also the pre-market preparations. Every day we go live together, 8:29 Eastern Time, Q&A, chart request, anything that you want to ask, you will get your answers live. So join me, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. AMD below, as long as AMD is below this red line, no long on AMD. And of course, it's only my opinion. This is not a financial advice. SMCI, same thing, still inside this downtrend red channel, below the yellow zone, bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly. Is it time to go long on SMCI? The answer is right in front of us. PLTR trying to recover after 15% to the downside on Tuesday. Today with a doji hanging above the 2142. Bearish on all time frames. 2033 is the resistance. 2230 is the support. And Shopify went down 18.6% post earnings. Numbers were good. Doesn't matter. As we always say, it doesn't matter what we think about the company. It doesn't matter what we think about the fundamentals, about the earnings, about the reports. It doesn't matter at all. The market does not care about what we think about the price, what we think about nothing. We need to care how the market thinks and how the market will react to earnings. And we never know how the market will react to those numbers. This is why, as traders, we never go into earnings with open positions. Once again, this is what I do. It's my opinion only. You do what you want. But in my opinion, it is super dangerous to go into earnings. It's pure gambling. In my opinion, it's pure gambling. Now with the doji, we might get some kind of a bounce back to the 65.50. But overall, we had this gap over here that got filled. Now we have a gap, earnings gap at the 65, at the 75, and we have this gap from November's earnings to the downside at the 49. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about Shopify. Which gap will get filled first, the 75 or the 48? So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. We are going live, preparing together for the next trading day, every day, 8:29 Eastern Time. Until then, Stay safe.